July's wild events and memes roasted. Part 1. Kid Parrot Cat. Here, you can see this parrot has been bitten senseless. So, what went down? So this kid spotted a stray cat on the street. His heart swelled with kindness, so he bought a sausage stick to try and feed it. As he bent down to feed the cat, he set his parrot on the ground nearby. But Hakimi ignored the ham sausage, yet upon spotting the bird, its hunting instincts kicked in. One sharp bite, and it perforated that parrot all over. Gazing at the still warm bird in his hands, the kid's worldview was reshaped. A real life The Farmer and the Viper, for sure. Well, that kid was surely a good kid, full of empathy. But post this incident, the world lost one healing support, and gained the top tier ADC with crits and attack speed. In a superhero movie, this scene is the perfect template for a good guy's dark turn. Imagine it. You show kindness, giving cash to a homeless man, only for him to elbow your precious son when you were not looking. So, to put it bluntly, screw his childhood trauma, mental illness, or tragic past, I just want his sturdy forehead to have a close encounter with this flimsy steel pipe in my hand. Some say it is just animal instinct. A parrot eaten by a cat is the food chain. Fair enough. But hey, do not pull that double standard when your boy ape here truly returns to his wild instincts and throws down fair and square. Do not go getting all Baizo on me. Put simply, if the timeline shifted and this were a doggo instead, it would grasp that someone is trying to feed it in, like 0.01 seconds. PS to those sausage makers, get your act together. See that? Even cats ignore your stuff. 2. Dali Relaxation Party.
It's true, we'll make a brighter day, just you and me.
Dali Relaxation Party, its signature dance, is nothing but Frozen Shoulder's nastiest foe. Those folks, facing each other, no idea what they're laughing about. Maybe they just could not hold it in anymore. Using such a great song for this scene, what a waste of something good. Try this instead.
曾经我茫然前行，暗夜的路上。Holy crap!
In fact, seeking out places and teachers to learn how to be relaxed at in itself is quite humorous. Picture this. For today's mysterious little ritual, he went hunting for these secret society groups, grinding away in chat groups, getting to know this one, and befriending that one. Once they booked a spot, they followed a video and began their tense training practicing daily to their shoulders, and back cricked and cracked. Also, they could seem just a tad more chilled out than others the next day. Then, on a scorching day, squeezed onto the subway, drove for over 10 minutes to get there, and struck up some phony, polite chats with folks he did not know. And finally, drenched in sweat, relaxed. Everyone is nervously feigning relaxation. That whole routine wore me out thrice. Chill is being unhurried and unruffled amidst the fast pace. It is staying calm when opinions clash. It is freely following your true self. It is not about letting others smell that cumin scent you get from rubbing yourself. Like Matt, to put it bluntly, this is just a trendy topic where high energy people pretend to be low energy people. But hey, since no one else was bothered, it is all good. I would just say one of you acts a lot like a Shanghainese. In fact, this whole trend has been done to death in the Magic City map. You have seen it pop up on your feed before. So, netizens take on these relaxed parties. Spot on, privately run Shanghainese. 3. Menstruation Goddess.
Menstruation Goddess of Grand Concept, a goddess of women, but woman. On 97 posts for Menstruation Goddess image chart. Commentators brainstormed a grand and mighty figure with a red down head. They even raised her ability while discussing periods via these seemingly wild descriptions. International Women's Day 1993天起庆祝披萨瓜蛋 long hope the Menstruation Goddess 之位。庆祝的名字牌，靠好手動寫嘅笑。嗰次晚上 I women of her age face that concentrate with greater ease. 有商量托起 the female Menstruation Goddess above her head. The 6th Tiangui Goddess who help and smooth to flow.
Does this thing even need a special design? Just slap a big G or a knock on there, job done. We traveled such a long road from periods are badass to period worship only for you art students to snatch all the spoils of victory. Such futile sorrow. Plus, why has not menstruation lady shed her corset? Long hair, eyeshadow, lipstick, dresses, and super skinny. What era is this? Do not you know that panders to men? Menstruation Goddess, you are not a natural woman at all. Plus, you're clearly a villain. What kind of good person makes you cramp all day long? If it somehow became a god one day, its place in history would still rank below mosquitoes. Drag her to the town square, pop on some white bugles, and the first to lambast her would have to be the ladies themselves. Empress Goddess, what kind of empress are you? You oversee health. Yet each month you make us sisters cramp so bad, we wail and cry.
You sit up there all grand wearing your fur coat inside out, pretending to be a sheep.
Jokes aside, this stuff is not that bad, and rejecting period shame is spot on. But please, do think of more of this worldly ways, like how I insisted on cooking up a period moving emperor. No fault in that. It is a normal bodily function, but talking about it all day long is just needless and gross. 4. The Dogskin Ring Toss Trilogy. Last month, I covered the Paw Patrol Melee. For those unaware, check out that episode, as I will not go into detail here. Many folks were puzzled what became of the circle later on. Honestly, I never would have guessed. First up, the former overlord, Mushin post Gendo. He sank to a nobody tried pivoting to live-action commentary videos, but man, the results were just something else. All of JoJo's iron could not forge such a blunder traffic got halved. Meanwhile, the Anti-Shepherd Alliance led by Border Collie Jayuji surged ahead, followers skyrocketing past Mushin, now rivaling Eastern WU's Grand Chief Controller. So, in his dog skin ring toss, who is the boss? Well, that is no surprise, since after that first clash with Xiamo, Mushin's writing style shifted from sharp critiques to growing rather dull. Right about this, right about that, respecting all, protecting all, he simply became an all-appeasing Baizo crusader. Folks came for sharp takes, but what he delivered was no different from that PC balancing fluff AI, like Dubao turns out, so naturally, folks lost interest. Plus, with the WW2 donation scam and his petty persona getting wrecked by a paper ball he once tossed aside is no shock at all. All I can say is, looking back at what he told, Jayuji all your fans combined do not even match my man, that really came true. For the other lords, it is still the spring and autumn and warring states periods, where God Banana addressed the plagiarism, saying Bear 2 wanted to script it with him. Bear 2 said he did want to do a skit with him after all. One more friend beats one more foe. But he did not agree. Plus, that copywriting was plagiarized. You are just dodging the issue. Meanwhile, a Hakimi popped up clearly siding with Mushin to tear into Banana. What a lone loyalist abroad.
I know after Liwanya what matters most is that one day I truly urged him to go to a hospital and see if things were kosher.
So, round 3 centered largely on the Banana. Despite dealing the most damage in World War II, it now became the target. Everyone rushed to assail. But little did they know, as they battled tooth and nail, Smurf over on the side quietly reaped the spoils of victory. Liwini returns to battle his clones. After Professor Liwini got banned by that nasty Douyin platform, he made a lightning-fast comeback. At this time, he met his greatest foe yet, aside from Professor Sang Xiaochuan, Bisang Jia Dell. This gent is a veteran hero back in 2022. He became well known for recreating iconic bits from abstract oddity folks like Hoji Lili and Ma Baoguo. His recreations were not like that later. Clones War, where looks were a gift from the gods, but rather nanoscale imitations pulled off purely via skill. Recently, he shifted his focus to mimicking Liwanya, and we all know Professor Liwanya has always been deep diving online, reading DMS. So, Bisang's video was spotted by the professor, no doubt, and thus erupted the legendary ultimate recursion. First, Liwanya slammed Bisang for mimicking Liwanya.
He is part of that Gangqian Rinjie, Sang Xiaozhuang, that Tangjing Jingguangfu district. In his youth, he does not look like a professor, but you cannot tell just by looking.
What is hilarious is Liwanya had no clue the other guy was mocking him. He even lambasted the platform for not banning the foul-mouthed Bison. But really, Bisang is using all the professor's own words. Did not they just ban you before? What are you whining about? Anyway, here's Bisang critiquing Liwanya and critiquing the guy who mimics Liwanya.
Who is he? What is he? His gaze brazenly brims with disdain and slander towards our people. He does not know what you research. He will just call you a criminal. That is his whole wah-wah-wah, his critique method of those reactionary backward forces.
Then came Liwanya critiquing Bi Sang, then critiquing that plus imitating Liwanya.
Like that Bisandel is a professor, and he's still launching personal attacks against me. Are they even right? Should they be arrested? Your university wants him as a professor. Will that university even stay in business?
Lastly, Bai Sang's critique. Nope, no.
No! How did this happen? How did this happen? Oh, so you are talking back now, huh? Stirring up trouble again, fam. This Professor Liwanya, yep, Hawaii M has made his grand comeback today. You openly call me a reactionary, see? Openly calling me a reactionary.
Both sides are in a verbal war. The key, identical tone and tactics, like from the same master. No breaking the cycle. The entertainment value. It even trumps San Xiaochuan's era. Right now, Bisang has landed in Liwanya's meme hall of fame, alongside Sang Xiaochuan, Wang Chuqi, and Chen Renji, dubbed the 4 great trolls. Cool, love it. More 6. Octopus throwing stones.
What about octopuses just smashes down and hurl on the other side? Sometimes we know octopuses will pass down themselves and they'll come to use. Every octopus, if you know the bad, do not run down to this octopus is octopus ready. Now octopus is weak and fast force ready. You might even know the body. The female octopus puts the ring, thus in his sleep, after and say passes out, and dies after the hatchlings emerge. There is the octopus ready to take this whole out. What's happening?
This video has got to be the most infuriating thing. This month bar none, since the original one was AI generated. A bunch of humanoids lashed out without knowing the facts one post, and a horde copies. Could not you even use AI to spin the text? So why do all these marketing accounts sound the same? Even if we brush aside the tiny fact that the original video was AI generated, how on earth did these folks know the stone thrower was a female octopus, and the one getting pelted was male? The answer is, they do not know. They just saw the video and started randomly anthropomorphizing and spouting utter nonsense. Using human thoughts to second guess animals, then taking animal deeds and likening them to humans back and forth, that is just wild. In fact, octopuses tossing objects is a real thing, but it is not just the females who do the tossing. The aim of such tossing is complex, not solely to shoo away the opposite sex. So, do female octopuses toss things at males to shoo them away? Sure, that happens, but it does not account for all such instances. It is like how some movies show folks snagging flies with chopsticks. Does that mean chopsticks were invented to catch bugs? Typical overgeneralization. 7. The Manager Huang pickup incident. Since the original blogger of this event refused to allow repost, there will not be any related footage shown here. So, what was this incident all about? So, a girl was dining at a restaurant in Hangzhou when a waiter suddenly came over and said, "Boss Huang requests you visit the private room." But the girl recalled knowing no one surnamed Huang, so she turned him down. But that waiter would not let up. He came over again and again, urging her to go over and take a peek. The way he spoke sounded like an order, even through the screen. It felt icky. Bottom line, the girl refused to go. PFFT, who do you think you are? Why should I go? Once the video posted, the comment section flared with righteous rage. What big shot is this such a grand scene? And that waiter a real piece of work. But since he never showed his face, they could not find Manager Huang, so folks vented their spleen on the restaurant that abetted him, and even listed all sorts of Manager Huang side dishes for sale. In fact, seeing this, many folks might share my thought. Could this be another Thurman and the Blind Lane influencer incident? After all, those past incidents have left folks with some PTSD, so we cannot rule that out though. The chances are slim. For one, any restaurant with a brain would not partake in filming such a script. Do they want to get flamed online? Plus, the woman called cops that day, and an official report came out later. Manager Huang thought the girl was someone he knew, but he got it wrong. Afterwards, he and the restaurant apologized to her. Case closed. Since there's no proof this was staged, I will just assume it is real. So, was Manager Huang driven by lust? Or was it just a simple mix-up? I would say both are possible. A beer-bellied man asking a girl to sit at his table. Such things are not all that rare. Last year, that incident where a Korean girl got harassed while having noodles on the Guangzhou street still fresh in our minds. That one truly shamed us abroad. A version 2.0 of that, now nothing odd about that. So, could it be that? Just as the notice states, this was merely a misunderstanding. Plus, mistaking one person for another, such things happen often. Of those two possibilities, what Manager Huang truly thought, no one knows. Whichever truth that may be, it can neither be proven nor disproven, as onlookers with scant info. For now, we can only trust the official notice. But either way, both Manager Huang's and the restaurant's actions were just not okay. If you want to ID someone, go do it yourself. Why summon them to your private room? Talk about flexing. The 8-point anti-blessing snatching system. Blessing snatching has always been a vile local custom. The gist is that the very instant the bride appears, one rushes in or passes through first, thereby snatching away the couple's good fortune to ward off illness and prolong one's life. Of course, I trust most folks would not buy into such baseless feudal superstition. But picture this. At your wedding, some old folk suddenly pulls a stunt like that. Yeah, that would be so off-putting. Before, facing this, it was either groomsmen and bridesmaids stepping in, or an MC's quick wit saving it. But this year, someone finally found a new play, the Empty City Stratagem.
Yes! A round of applause for the bride.
新娘呢？先生。飞尘。
Now that is a top-tier mind game for the bride and groom. The toughest task right now is to get through the ceremony without bursting into laughter. The truth is, it was not some scheme at all. She just opened the wrong door by sheer fluke. That made the old lady miss her mark. So totally wrong process, but perfectly right result. Got to say, this couple is quite blessed. As for the old lady her joy snatching failed, her time was up. Go home and prep for her funeral. I suggest all weddings pull this stunt, a 50-50th shot at life or death. So, madam, do enjoy yourself to the fullest. A quick word on why I am doing this series. Many Bilibili buddies have been nagging me about these social hot topics or Homo sapiens videos, but as you all know, this account chiefly makes mid-length videos. And for these events, after a few remarks, there is not much else to say. Hard to make a whole episode not enough content. You know. So, I decided to kick off this new series, lumping many similar topics and follow-ups to past works together, to make one long-form video. Thus fulfilling my duty to turn out a video and meeting some viewers' needs. This is a monthly show, so if you spot any videos you want me to weigh in on, add me in the comments, and try to avoid DMs. Because I do not typically do DMs. Alright, I am Lao Pei, hit that follow and like, and I will see you next time.